Not that men only think of women as sexual objects. Literally, women mainly only think of themselves as sexual objects. You'll see it when it comes to polygyny, because they usually say that, oh, it's only for your lustful desires, your desires, your desires, your desires, and lust and sex and all this kind of stuff when it comes to polygyny. Now, is that a part of it? That's a part of marriage, isn't it? Yeah, of course.
Warning, viewer discretion is advised. The content, views, and educational material you are about to experience could challenge your belief, trigger strong emotions, and frankly, piss you off. This isn't for everyone. If you're not ready to confront new ideas, or if your feelings bruise easily, this might be the time to click away. Expect to be challenged, to think, and you might even want to scream at the screen. Proceed with caution, and remember, you chose to be here. Let's get it.
Assalamu alaikum, peace. I'm Coach Nazir, one of the founders of Outstanding Personal Relationships, as well as one of the authors of the book, Let's Talk Polygamy Uncensored, that I wrote with my wives, Coach Fatimah and Coach Nyla, that really digs into polygyny. Now, I want to share something with you. 3 reasons why men should strive to practice polygyny. 3 reasons I think it's important that every single heterosexual man that is not afraid to admit he's polygynous by nature, just by his design, should strive to practice polygyny. Here you go. Now, personally, if you don't know my background, no worries. I have 2 wives, been practicing polygyny, over 14 years now. We have 10 children. All right, I have 7 with Coach Fatimah. I have 3 with Coach Nyla, and also 2 bonus children from Coach Nyla. So that's my family. We travel the world, do a number of different things, right? But most importantly, one of the things that I had to learn from the get is that since people are scared and shy to talk about polygyny, you got to figure this thing out. And thankfully, we were able to go ahead and do that. And I boiled it down to 3 reasons I believe men should really try to practice polygyny. The first one, I guess that it's an alliteration. It's an alliteration. 3 V's. Make it easy for you to remember prayerfully. The first one is value. Yeah, the first V is value. See, you as a man need to raise your standards and increase your value. Because when you increase your value, what you're doing is separating from the mediocre masses. The people make excuses, complain all the time, coulda, shoulda, woulda, but I didn't. So they should all over themselves. They don't stand out. They stand behind. They make excuses and they constantly complain. Don't be average. Because who said average is okay anyway? I said it before and I'll say it again. Average is the top of the bottom, or it's the bottom of the top. It's not okay to be that. Or it's not okay for those who choose to be outstanding or exceptional to be average. You can be whatever you want to be. You don't have to be anything better. Now, my point is though, when you increase your value, you have options. You have options. You don't have to settle. Having options means that you are able to attract better quality women. You are better able to attract someone who's going to be on your team and operate within your frame. See, there's a big difference in a person who reads 1 book on 1 topic every single month for 5 years, 60 books. They'll get better on that information, in particular, minimally knowing it at theory. But a wise person is going to implement, execute on it. That's most important, taking action, versus the person who reads 0. Or maybe they watch a new show or binge a new show every week or every month for 5 years. 60 new shows, and that has added value to your life. How? Exactly. Most people aren't going to do it. Therefore, you can separate yourself from the masses. Extremely important. All right. That's number 1. Increase your value. Number 2, variety. Now I know, especially the women are thinking immediately, oh my God, variety. We want variety. We like variety. And they're only thinking sexually. Unfortunately, most women only think of themselves as sexual objects. Not that men only think of women as sexual objects. Literally, women mainly only think of themselves as sexual objects. You'll see it when it comes to polygyny, because they usually say that, oh, it's only for your lustful desires, your desires, your desires, your desires, and lust and sex and all this kind of stuff when it comes to polygyny. Now, is that a part of it? That's a part of marriage, isn't it? Yeah, of course. But as a part of marriage, you should lust after your wife. As a part of marriage, sex is a part of that. That's a part of continuing humanity, period. That's already in you whether you're married or not. Now, this is what I mean by variety, though. Not simply a variety of bodies. That doesn't make much sense. But variety, different situations and different perspectives. You are able as a man in polygyny, able to deal with different women, different households, different environments Not just talking about food or maybe cultures. Maybe you want a Latina, or maybe, you want an Afro, I was gonna say Afro-Latina. Same to me, same difference. But yeah, it is what it is. You might want a Caribbean, you might want a Brazil, you may want somebody from Eritrea, you may want something or someone from, Austria, whatever you may like. You might look at a variety of women-wise. However, there's actually a whole lot more that goes along with that. So for example, my wives, they're different. They have similar styles in certain things and similar things that they like, and of course, different things they like. Now, I experience totally different households on my schedule where I switch with my wives and family. So that means I experienced that variety, that novelty, if you will. But I had to make sure, number one, my value was a whole lot higher, so I would have those options, if you will. So being able to experience that variety, important. Not just sexual variety, as they try to boil it down to. The third thing, though, that third V is vision. If your vision is vast and you're able to articulate exactly what it is that you want, when you're talking legacy, you're not just saying the word legacy. You can actually articulate a vision that lives beyond you. That's extremely important, at least for those who are exceptional. If you are serious about increasing your value, experiencing that variety that allows you to have different perspectives and different insights, that becomes your foresight, while it's many people's hindsight, the average individual, the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. And you can manifest your vision, whether that's having a large family, whether that's like what I'm doing with my family right now. I'm actually living my dream. I was talking with a client. He was like, man, you know what? You're living my dream. And I was like, that's weird. He's like, look, I want to have 10 children, want to travel the world. And this is some of the stuff I put on my dream board over a decade ago. Literally, probably 2 decades ago, even starting then. And I hadn't thought about it as that, but alhamdulillah, all praise and thanks to Allah Ta'ala, and executing these different things, being able to live in different countries, have my children be world school, not have to be stuck and worry about a job. All right, that's not an accident. It takes work. It takes that first step of increasing value to take to the next level. So with that being said, those are 3 V's that I think are extremely important for men to take to the next level. All right, and with that, you taking things to the next level, you having it operating within your frame, your family benefits. That's important to me. If you don't already know, operate really on the principle 4 F's. It's faith, family, finances, and freedom. All right, in that specific order. Faith, family, finances, and freedom. All of them are intertwined. But it's extremely important for me to be successful after this life more than this. Because what's the point of having success here, but then failing afterwards? That's not going to work for me. With that being said, prayerfully, you got some good stuff. I would strongly encourage you to dive deeper to increasing your value, understanding what it is for actual variety, making sure you can paint and articulate and then manifest that vision. Join us in our polygamy community, polygamycommunity.com, polygamycommunity.com. And if you don't have the book, go ahead and grab it, be proactive. I'm Coach Nazir. I help high performers and professionals develop confidence, connection, and courage without feeling dismissed, disrespected, or defeated by getting a shift together. So if you're serious about that, not just curious about it, make sure you take action. Let me know below by putting 25 in the comments that you made it this far. So put 25 to signal that you rock with us. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to reach out. I look forward to seeing you in the community. All right, Assalamu alaikum. Peace.